Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video. That is the new suit, the Delta Gundam, and I believe this was another fan favorite or fan pick to get in the game. Last week we had the Bondoc. Absolutely love the Bondoc. It's a really fun suit, and hey, here's a support that's pretty interesting. It does look kind of like a general. A lot of people were kind of questioning, like, oh, hey, it's a support. Okay, I'm fine with that. And it does have a very interesting skill attached to it. I say interesting. It's very mixed. The suit, it's a good suit, like the suit itself, but this skill almost kind of just drops the suit for me, and for a lot of people, actually for a lot of people, just straight up does. We'll get into it, and for this match here, you can see this is a very strange team setup. We have 3 supports, 2 raids. Actually, no, 4 supports and 2 raids. We have 3 Delta Gundams, 1 C1, and 2 Humbrabis on Supply Depot. Supply Depot does favor supports, but we have a lot, and we'll see how we can do. This is a rating match, by the way. But let's get started with the stats here. I believe, if I haven't already, this is a 600 support. You have 14,000 health, pretty low, 15 ballistic resistance, 31 beam resistance, 20 melee resistance, 40 range strength, and 30 melee strength. You have 120 movement speed, 195 boost speed. That's quite nice. 65 thruster gauge, and 66 turning speed. And for slots, you have 13 close, 16 mid, and long range slots. And first of all, 14k health. That is quite low at 600. There is a reason for this. You do have a skill that helps benefit. It helps you in surviving quite a lot of damage, specifically for beams, right? But you do have low ballistic resistances. I see a lot of people. It's really hard to say what could be a really good build for this. I've seen a lot of people go full-on tank mode, where they add even more beam resistance to the suit to stack on with the skill that it has. It does have, with that skill, it does add on an additional 25% defense against beam weapons. So, if you make your suit really tanky against beams, well, yeah, you'll be surviving quite a bit of beam damage. I've seen people go for more melee resistances, which I believe that's what I did as well, to survive against the generals that try to go up and stun me and then melee me. It doesn't help too much against raids sometimes, especially the heavy attack ones, but and I believe the one I have for this video right here, the match, I think I buffed up my beam defense a little bit, and then I buffed up the range strength and the melee strength, or no, the melee defense. But I seen some people mention doing health parts. Health parts would help out a lot, depending on if you're not fighting a whole team of ballistic suits, so or raids. But yeah, let's get on with the weapons here. You have, for your primary weapons, you have the Delta Gundam Beam Rifle, which is 2,300 damage, 3 rounds, and 550 range. Yeah, that's a lot of range, and it's your basic stunning weapon. You only have 3 rounds, but it does do a lot of damage, especially if you buff up that range strength. I've gotten from 2,500 to at least a little bit over 3,000 damage when I shoot depending on their beam resistances, of course, when I shoot somebody. So that's pretty good damage. It's excellent to follow up after another stun, one of your future weapons I'll mention. So you can do a stun lock, a really easy stun lock, I should add. Great for following up just on somebody does a dodge roll. Oh, hey, I'm just gonna blast you real fast. There you go. So yeah, pretty good damage. Now for your melee weapon, for your primary weapons, you have the Delta Gundam Beam Saber, which is 2,500 damage, and this suit, because it does have 30 melee strength, you can definitely buff that up and do some pretty good damage. Even with the 30, I think I've done, depending on the suit, of course, I've gotten over 3,000 damage on some people with the downswing. The downswing is a unique downswing. I say unique, it's the thrusting downswing that you see like on the Rebawu or other suits like that. However, you don't thrust forward, you kind of just do like the poking part of it, right? So I guess it's not exactly the thrusting animation, is it? But you'll see it at some points here. I kind of like that it doesn't thrust because I can just stay in one place and poke somebody's legs. Again, it does do really good damage, and this thing does have melee combo controllers, so you can actually potentially juggle somebody pretty easily. So it does have balancers too. Ooh, that's really good. So yeah, starting off pretty nice. Now for your secondary weapons, you have the Delta Gundam Beam Rifle Rapid Fire, which is 350 damage per round with 24 rounds and 400 range. And yeah, these, I believe it shoots a barrage of 3 or maybe 4, and yeah, it takes 3 to stun. And yeah, it's pretty good for poking at people from mid-range. It's great for following up after a stun for extra damage. Yeah, it's pretty good stun accumulation. So pretty decent weapon at that. You know, and of course, if if somebody's already, you know, stunning, like I said, you can do it for added damage. So yeah, pretty nice little weapon here. And you know, you do come with plenty of rounds, 24. So yeah, make do with that as you will. Next weapon is the Head Vulcan Enhanced, which is 80 damage per round, 60 rounds, 180 range. And these Vulcans are actually pretty decent for stun accumulation. It takes 20 hits to stun. So yeah, if you're teaming up with somebody, yeah, you can use that definitely for, since it's also a ballistic weapon, and you're a support, and presumably you're attacking a general, and sometimes some suits don't have ballistic resistances at this cost. Yeah, you'll be doing some decent damage, at least over 110. So yeah, you can use that to get some a quick stun accumulation. I say quick, it's 20, but you know, you can mix it up with other weapons, of course. You know, I believe if there's a suit with damage control, you can, you know, use a volley of the rapid fire beams. This poor Z or she, he's gonna get fucked up. You can use a rapid fire and then go into your Vulcans for a quick stun. So that works against the damage control suits, or, you know, suits with shock dampeners. So pretty nice. And of course, it comes with the other useful stuff about Vulcans, like, you know, you can zoom in, take out a pilot really fast, all that good stuff. Next weapon is the Shield Beam Gun ×2, which is 1,000 damage, 80% heat rate, and 400 range. Now, this thing actually shoots 2 beams, so you'll be getting like at least 2,000 damage out of a stun. And I believe it shoots vertically and not horizontally. And yeah, it's another stun. This is actually a weapon that takes the most amount of time to ready up, so it's preferably not that great for, you preferably want to not use it for a second weapon for a stun lock, because it takes that long to ready up. So you want to use it to start off with, and then you can use your beam rifle, and then I think you'll see plenty of times this match where I'll use that and then follow up with the rapid fire for extra damage. Man, this poor Hiroshiki, man, he's getting bullied. His legs are already broken, man. So yeah, that's pretty nice. So you already got two stun weapons and 2 great stun accumulation weapons. And of course, you can also transform. So for the mobile armor mode weapon, you have the Shield Beam Gun ×2 transform, which is 600 damage per shot, 18% heat rate, and 400 range. And it's just a rapid fire version of the shield gun that you have. It doesn't stun instantly, but I believe it takes 4 shots to stun. And yeah, 600 damage per shot. Yeah, you can do that for follow-up damage. Maybe use that to get a stun, and then you can use your weapons. You can also use your beam rifle rapid fire, and your shield beam gun. Or no, my bad, not the shield beam gun. You can use your beam rifle and your rapid fire while in mobile armor mode. It doesn't carry over though, or it does carry over from your mobile suit mode. My bad. And hey, we won pretty handedly, by the way. And 4th place, 3-2. We almost got 100k damage, and we did do good for assists. So you know, I'm fine with that. Very interesting match, because yeah, we did not have a single general in supply depot, and yeah, pretty good. And now back to the I think actually no, I completed all the weapons here. Ooh, wait, I forgot one more thing. You have the Delta Gundam Shield, which is it has 3,500 HP, and it's considered a large size shield. And yeah, it does feel like it shields quite a bit. Although sometimes I might be confusing that with the skill that you have, which I'm going to mention here in a second. So yeah, and I believe, yeah, here we are, skills. You have radar level 2, you have data link, scouting device, aerospace gimbal level 2, flight control level 2, and glide structure level 3, so you fall out of the sky faster, or no, slower, my bad. You have balancers, which is nice for support to have. You have ambac level 2, force injectors level 2, which is really nice for support to have as well, combined with balancers, and melee combo controller as well. So that's that's pretty damn good. You have shield tackle, and of course you can transform. Transforming is, even though actually no, yeah, I say this a lot for every suit that can transform and fly. That's really useful for getting different vantage points. And you have wings cushioning level 2, which is 15% less damage when you get shot in the wings. And finally, oh no, before we get to that, mobile armor mode skills. You have, of course, the ram. You have blast stabilizer, and you actually have a dodge roll. You don't have a dodge roll on the ground, but for some reason you have it in the air. Okay, thank you for the support with the dodge roll. Thanks, Bandai. Finally now, finally, you have the anti-beam coating skill. Coating, like a coat. And this suit is very... It almost ruins the suit. Actually, no, I think for a lot of people it just straight up ruins the suit. Now, the suit itself is not bad. I think the suit is quite good by itself. At least decent, right? I don't think it's bad. Now, this skill, what it does is you have an additional 25% beam defense. So you'll be taking some beam damage, right? And you will take less... it reduces your stagger rate. Or no, it reduces your staggers when you get shot by a beam weapon. So if you get normally... What would be a normal stun from an instant stun beam rifle turns into no stun. If you get heavy stagger by, let's say, like... the Faz... No. Yeah, just heavy stagger by a beam, right? That turns into a normal stagger. Which is pretty good because, beam weapons are quite common at this cost, 600. However, if your HP drops to 50%, your beam defense becomes 0. Yeah, 0. At a cost where beams are everywhere. And that's not the only problem. There are quite a few suits at this cost. Now, I said this only works against beams. This skill becomes completely useless against ballistic stuns and stun accumulation. There are quite a few suits at this cost that have ballistic stuns. In this match alone, you had the Masala, of course, and actually no, I think that might be it for this match. There are some stun accumulations, of course. The Zirashiki can be pretty good at it. The Gapthly, I believe, can stun really fast. Just 2 pops with the beam rifle, the fading rifle, and some other suits off the top of my head: the Haikushiki Kai, the Stark Jagan, the modified Rick Deje, the Z Zulu. All these suits have ballistic stun weapons, and so as soon as they stun you, they're probably going to follow up with melee, and if they're a raid, you're going to get fucked up. You're going to probably be at 50% health already, and because you have 0 beam defense, yeah, you're going to get absolutely slaughtered. I've had matches quite a few times where I'll be absolutely dominating, and then a raid comes up to do his typical little raid stuff, right? He gets, stun, does a melee combo, knocks me on the ground, I hit 50%, and that's when the enemy team rolls around, and they only do like 2 or 3 shots, and I'm already fucking dead. Or, if the raid decides to shoot me again with the beam rifle, then yeah, it's not, I don't like this skill at all. I really don't. I think they could have handled this skill a lot better. I think I had to think a little bit exactly what I would do. One of the suggestions I had was make it to where the benefits is still there. You have 25% additional beam defense. However, make it to where if you lose, let's say you lose 30% of your health, then you can become normally staggered again. That's it. That's all you get. I know that's something that can be worked on a little bit more, but I'm open to more suggestions, of course. But yeah, the cons to this skill is really not good. Generals, if you happen to stumble across a general, oh yeah, and when you reach 50% health as well, you can get stunned normally again by beam rifles. So yeah, that's definitely still not good. You can have a general come up to you with a ballistic weapon, drop you to 50% health, and then follow up with beam weapons and just almost one combo you, depending on what happens next. It's really not a good skill. I don't know what they were thinking with this. It's good for the benefits, and if you do build for it, like, you can survive quite a bit if you're really careful. And it's really strange because this suit seems to promote more of a general kind of gameplay. It does have melee combo controller, level 2, or no, level 1, my bad. Melee combo controller, you have, balancers, and you could, shield tackle, you can transform ram people, you got you can tank stuns. So it seems like they want you to play a little bit closer. Although it seems more like a mid-range suit. But, man, once they whittle you down, you really have to play careful. Because a lot of suits that I would kind of disregard, like, I know the Hama can stun with the 3 beam rifle, and I kind of ignore it damage-wise. I'm like, okay, yeah, the Hama shot me. When I'm below 50% health, the Hama will absolutely fucking murder me. The Humbrabi will absolutely fucking murder me with the shoulder beam cannons transformed. Most suits, they will fucking murder you. So yeah, this is not a good skill, and this skill pretty much just drops the suit for a lot of people. Honestly, they probably could have just got rid of the skill and just had the suit as is, because it's decent enough as is, right? Maybe, yeah, I don't like this skill at all. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And type up in the other comment section how you feel about the Delta Gundam. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I really do like the Delta Gundam. The suit itself, you do have multiple stun options. You have stun accumulation options. You can fly and have more options that way too. So you have quite a lot of good things about this. And of course, the beam defense, when you have 50% of your health, you'll be a tanking monster, But once that reaches, remember, you have 14k health. Once that reaches 7,000, you're probably going to die in the next few seconds. I'm not kidding. So I don't know what they were doing with that. And even I heard some people say that it doesn't actually drop your beam defense to 0. It just drops the defense, which I don't believe that, because I've seen the Bjarlic Custom do 4,000 damage with its regular little stun pistol shot, right? I haven't seen it hit for that much damage, unless I'm missing out on something, right? I haven't seen actually, yeah, Taru was fighting me in his Rick Dejay, and he was just, as soon as I would get lower down to health, he would absolutely slaughter me with his beam weapons. It's gross what you can do to this suit when it reaches that 7,000 health mark. So yeah, for me, I'm not going to pick the suit at the moment. I think that skill needs to be looked over again. For right now, though, for 600, I think I'll be sticking with the Full Armor Mark III or the C1. And the FAS got buffed, and I heard the FAS is actually pretty good now, so I might be playing the FAS some more. This suit, it has benefits, some really good benefits. And again, like I said, the suit itself, not the skill, the suit is fine. It's really good. It works. It can do really well. But that skill really just hinders what you can do with it. For compared to other suits, like with my Full Armor Mark III, I can have a lot of high defenses, and as soon as I reach 50% health, I won't get instantly murdered, so I can still stay around and fight potentially. But yeah, again, let me know how you guys feel about this skill, and if you guys did roll for this, because excuse me, I know this was a suit that a lot of people were looking forward to, like I was looking forward to the Bondoc or the O. So it'd be interesting to see how you guys that are interested in the Delta Gundam, how that worked out. I've seen some people already saying that they kind of fucked it up. But yeah, that'll be it, and I will see you guys. Actually, no, I want to see an aggressive player play this. So far, I've seen a lot of people, and how I've been playing it is more mid-range, and I play it very, very cautiously. So I want to see what potential this suit can do under a very skilled player. Now, the suit might become a beast when we get people that learn how to play it more, and they know the ins and outs of the suit, what they can and can't do, how they're going to factor in the beam coating skills. So maybe there might be some, maybe the suit is just one of those suits that people will have to just really master, right? And then it become a really scary suit, because again, it does have the damage output, it has the skills, it can be pretty scary suit with the beam coating. But after that, it becomes literally a joke. it gets ag beam defense at 600. But yeah, that'll be it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.